First of all, I want to apologise to all my Grizzlies fans out there. Unfortunately, today is not your day. Tomorrow is your day. I forgot about the Cavaliers. Whether that be because the Cavaliers have done nothing this off-season, or whether it be the fact of, I just forgot. To be completely honest, I forgot about the Cavaliers. But in retrospect, the Cavaliers have not done a lot. So there's not really a whole lot that I can actually touch on. The Cavaliers got Lonzo Ball out of Chicago in a 1-for-1 exchange for Isaac Okoro. Obviously, Isaac Okoro, 5th overall pick a few years ago, really didn't do a lot for the franchise, unfortunately. They drafted him as a 3-and-D guy. He was meant to be a ridiculous wing defender, could shoot the ball at a high clip, and was going to be a productive piece for them both in the starting lineup, which he was in for probably the first 2 years of his career, and then off the bench in those other years with the Cavs. He gave him neither of those things. Don't want to hate, or I don't want to put negativity into the media or anything of that sort. But he just was nothing that the Cavaliers wanted him to be completely honest. He couldn't shoot the ball at a higher than probably 40% clip. And when it came to the defensive side of the ball, it wasn't like an Alex Caruso where he was so freakishly good at defense that you can get away with whatever he gives you on the offensive side of the ball, where you can just, cut it out and forget about it. It just didn't work. So instead, they decided to bring on Lonzo Ball as a backup point guard option, which is, Lonzo Ball we haven't really seen play basketball in quite a while. He's been in and out of injuries. You sit there, you watch him for 2 games, and then he goes back out. That knee injury that he had for a very long time, which he clowned Stephen A. Smith in the media about because Stephen A. Smith was making up nonsense about it. And there's just a whole lot of different things with Lonzo Ball. And the biggest thing so far in his career has been able to stay healthy. He hasn't been able to do it. And it's unfortunate because Lonzo Ball, that first season with the Bulls, when the Bulls were actually the 1 seed in the East, we will not see that for probably a while. Probably a long while, because as I said a few days ago, the Bulls are stuck in absolute no man's land. It's just, he's a good player. They just need to get the right version of Lonzo Ball. That is the biggest thing for them. Obviously, they also lost Ty Jerome, which Ty Jerome was their backup 1 guard this season. He was a really good backup 1, as well as, being your backup 1 guard. I remember Ty Jerome on the Warriors 2 years ago. Actually wasn't that bad of a player. Has a weird-looking jump shot, don't get me wrong, but it works. Just works. But he's went and got his bag. I forgot what team it was on. Something tells me the Magic, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have to do my research before I get to that team that signed Ty Jerome. But I will get to that when I get to it. They lose Ty Jerome, bring in Lonzo Ball. Provided Lonzo Ball's healthy, this is a really good trade for them. He's going to do a lot of good things, especially next to Donovan Mitchell. If Donovan Mitchell stays in and plays with that second unit of your Lonzos and your other sort of guys on that secondary unit, he will bring a lot of good things to the roster in terms of facilitating. We will see how good Lonzo Ball's jump shot is. Obviously, Lonzo's jump shot for the longest time is up and down, left and right. We don't know what we're going to get from him. Obviously, it looks a lot better than, when you started when he got drafted. Shooting that thing from, way over here. It was disgusting. It was It was terrible. It looks a lot better now. It's just a matter of getting consistent with it, getting better with it, shooting the ball at a high clip and highly efficiently. You know, I can see Lonzo Ball as a bit of a volume shooter this season. Just getting absolutely as many shots up as he can and making sure that he gets his shots up. Because on that second unit of the Cavs, that is the biggest thing for the Cavs and where they struggled last postseason. There was not a lot of depth for the Cavs at all. As soon as you went, Jarrett Allen went to the bench, Evan Mobley went to the bench, Darius Garland went to the bench. There was not a lot that they could give outside of, you know, you got your DeAndre Hunters, but DeAndre Hunter since has started in the starting lineup, so he will no longer be able to provide anything for them in terms of the bench. The bench is really thin. So Lonzo has got to have a really good year if the Cavs want to actually fully perform themselves. My prediction for the Cavaliers, to be completely honest, conference finals. They're a year older now. Donovan Mitchell's better developed. Darius Garland's going to be better. Hopefully Darius Garland doesn't miss too much time this year. Evan Mobley coming off a Defensive Player of the Year. See how he comes back. His offense is starting to look a lot better. Like, Evan Mobley is actually really starting to build his offensive side of the ball, which if he continues to do so, will make him a freakishly good basketball player. Because someone with that amount of length that is able to shoot corner three-point jump shots and also get back on defense and do what he does on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, it's pretty much Wemby-like, is the best way that I can describe it. If he continues to do that, who knows where, you know, they're going to go and what their ceiling is. Jarrett Allen, I mean, he's a defensive menace, rebounding menace. Like, he can get on the glass as much as you need him to. He can grab you 25 rebounds in a night and not ask questions. That is how good of a rebounder Jarrett Allen is. So, for the most part, like, they're still a really good basketball team, and them getting a year older, knowing the difference between right and wrong. Obviously, last season, to be completely honest, they just lost to freak injuries and a ridiculous run from the Indiana Pacers. Because there was a time where absolutely nobody was stopping that Pacers team. And it took the best team in the world 7 games to do so. So you can't really, you can't really hate, you can't knock on them at all. Like, it's, you know, it was out of their hands at that point. From the toe injury of Darius Garland to, I'm pretty sure Evan Mobley missed a game or 2 during that series. Just, yeah, it didn't go well for them. This year, I believe they will get to a conference finals. Whether they make the finals or not, I'm not too sure on that one yet because the Knicks look like a really good basketball team. But the Cavaliers are red-hot favourites for me. That's pretty much all I have for you guys. The Cavaliers, obviously, like I said, they haven't done a lot. So there's really not a lot I can talk about. A lot of these videos, there is stuff going on with that organisation which I can then talk about, whether it's, you know, rumours or actual trades or free agency signings or anything of that nature. The Cavs haven't participated in like any of it. So they're one of those few teams where there's literally nothing to go over, nothing to talk about. They're basically running it back with the same roster plus 1 extra guy for their bench. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Grizzlies fans, tomorrow, I promise, is your day. I'm not going to do that again because I was pretty much certain that it was the Grizzlies. But tomorrow will be Grizzlies Day, so Grizzlies fans, get in there, get watching. And any other fans, I mean, if you're just enjoying the content, continue to watch, please. I love making these videos. And if I can continue to make these videos, I would love it so much more. So thank you guys so much. I will see you guys tomorrow with the Grizzlies and everything that's gone on with the Grizzlies. Couple of little things with the Grizzlies, nothing too major, but we will touch on everything that has happened and we will go from there. Thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.